Hi guys. So we're gonna try something different today. Let's try to review some language memes. So let's get to the language memes now. Okay. Yeah. So here's our first meme. Here's our first meme. Differences between languages of different articles. Oh, okay. This is something that's personal for me as well because I'm learning French. So you can see that French has different articles, right? Like for female, it's different. For male, it's different. When it's preceding a vowel, it's different. Plural is different. And it seems like Italian, I don't know Italian, but it seems like Italian is more complex. And German, I've heard, is extremely complex. It has a lot of articles. And English itself has the. So the thing about English is that the or the definite article in English is the most common word in English. But some languages, like for example, my native language, Malayalam, doesn't have any definite articles. So it actually makes it very difficult for us to learn languages like this, in which there are no definite articles. No, which in which there are a lot of definite articles actually. It's quite hard for us to learn these because in our language we don't have these articles. Okay, so the next meme. So here you can look at how to say cheers in different languages. So I knew a few of these. I knew cheers in English, of course, salute in Spanish, chin chin. Okay, interesting. Chin chin in Italian, Prost in German, santé in French, and şerefe. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's Turkish. Seems pretty small, but look at the Finnish word. Oh my God, I don't even know how to pronounce this word. Oh, but surprisingly, I think. In Indian languages, I don't know if there's a word for cheers. I don't know if it's got to do with the culture, but I think there's no word like this for any Indian language, surprisingly. Okay, the next one. You all pronounce it as data or data. I don't know. Is it data? Is it data? I don't know. Depends on the accent, I guess, right? But okay, the funny thing about this meme is you don't know, but you don't know what they meant, but you can still read it and you can still understand what it is. So that's the power of language. Your brain assigns two different sounds to that. But is it data or data? I don't know. Or maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong both ways. I don't know. I would rather say data. That's how I would pronounce it. Data or data. I don't know. Okay, this one. I hate it when the dictionary explains a word with an even harder word. Okay, this happens all the time. Sometimes there are circular definitions as well. A word is defined by itself, so sometimes it's crazy. You never know what it means. But yeah, most of the times when you look up a hard word, it's maybe explained with an even harder word, and you have to look that up. So it just becomes more like a recursive process. So yeah, I know where this is coming from. Okay, first words you learn in a foreign language. Okay, I don't speak your language, not so much. Hello, how are you? Let's get drunk and swear words. Of course, this is true. This is as a kid, whenever I learned new languages, I was surrounded by a lot of languages. I lived in a metropolitan city with a diverse crowd. So every time the first words that we learned were the swear words, that's for sure. Okay, how to say 97 in different languages. 90 plus 7, yeah, pretty standard. I think that's the way it goes in India as well. Most of India, at least. 7 plus 90. Okay, right. And yeah, the French system, oh my God, it's the counting system is based on a base 20 system. So you have to do some mental gymnastics there to get 4 into 20 plus 10 plus 17. But yeah, I think initially it was hard for me, but I think you get used to that system over time. Okay, so this is a very personal, irritating one. India has absolutely a huge amount of languages. So, probably one of the largest linguistic distributions in the world. You know, I think I know Papua New Guinea has a lot of them. Indonesia has a lot. Nigeria has a lot, but India too. India is very diverse, and we have like 22 or 23 official languages, I think, including English. So when people say, "Do you speak Indian?" It's just it's crazy. There is no Indian. I mean, there is no language called Indian. We speak a lot of different languages, and oftentimes English is our link language. Okay, yeah, this is a similar one. How many languages do you speak? Oh my God. I mean, I was born and brought up in Bangalore, which is like a metropolitan city in the south, and it's extremely diverse. We have a huge population and a lot of people, like we have at least 10 million people, I think almost, and from all parts of India. So I grew up hearing a lot of languages, and so I picked up quite a few of them as well. And they are quite different. It's not like a dialect. Many people mistake Indian languages to be like dialects. No, they're not dialects. They're extremely different. They have their own scripts. They have their own varieties. They have their own dialects within themselves. So they are independent languages. Okay, yeah, this I've been guilty of this as well. That's how I look like when I'm trying to learn 10 languages at once. Yes, I've been guilty of this as well. Um, sometimes you just get used to, you just like the exploration, like I tried learning, I don't know, Icelandic, I tried learning Irish, but it's extremely difficult. So I just try it and I get the feel of the language and then I just leave it. And oftentimes I can't even, I forget the language or I can't even speak it, but I just like trying to learn new languages. So this one hits home as well. Okay, this one. Creating an alphabet for your language. Yeah, I mean the Cyrillic alphabet, right? I think Bulgaria was the one that created the Cyrillic alphabet. Creating an alphabet and using. Oh yeah, okay. So they're making. They had their own scripts, but now they're using the Latin script with some modifications. And in the Chinese and yeah, the Chinese languages basically they have a pictographical system where you have one picture depicting a concept, right? And Japanese is the craziest because, like Japanese has three scripts: hiragana, katakana, and kanji. And kanji is basically the Chinese characters adopted into Japanese, and the Japanese other two alphabets are kind of Brahmic based. I think it's similar to the Indian syllable base, but not completely. So they use a hodgepodge of all these scripts together. So that's probably the most complicated script to learn. Uh, yeah, so that's it for today's language meme review. And if you like the video, uh, please do like and subscribe, and then we will make more such content as well, not just memes, but also language related content. Thank you.